Hey folks, Brad and Chris up here again in the mountains of Vermont on an enormous piece of property with miles and miles of what we have back here, probably colonial stone walls. Now, the folks who invited us here to do some metal detecting recently acquired this property and they really haven't explored it much. They're not sure if there's any old home sites out here, any old foundations. I didn't see any on any old maps, but given the amount of stone walls that are out here, it's a pretty good chance. So we're gonna start by getting our metal detectors out right now and kind of searching through these, what would have been fields at the time. Hopefully we stumble upon where these people lived and we'll spend the rest of the day there. Ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Cool, so I just got a little piece of brass here. I haven't looked at it much, but I'm fairly certain based on the back of it here that this is leather hardware. You can see it would have had these prongs that would have poked through holes in the leather and then bent over. This one still is. This one looks like it broke. And these things oftentimes don't have any design on them, but let's figure it out together here. Nope, doesn't look like it. These things would have oftentimes been on like the ends of leather straps to keep the end, nice and sturdy and be able to fish it through different holes and buckles and stuff. And you can imagine too, in the time this would have been, polished up golden brass, and it looked really nice. Pretty cool. So we're kind of still walking along this stone wall here. And did you find it right next to the stone wall or pretty close?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. What you got there?
Well, I didn't think it was going to be anything, but it says United States Tobacco Company. Cool design. UST.
Does it feel pretty solid?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it is pretty thin, yeah.
It's pretty thin. It was right near the surface. I don't know how old it is, but I've never really seen that before. So.
No, that's very cool. Still tastes good?
No.
Did it ever taste good?
No.
That's a pretty cool find. I don't know how old it is either, but
we can always look it up.
Yeah.
Someone can tell us.
Stick it in some Vaporust and I'm sure it would clean up pretty good.
Yeah.
So we're still kind of continuing walking, following these stone walls, detecting as we go, and I heard Chris cawing over here at me. I think it's a cellar. That is certainly a cellar. Not a very big one from the looks of it, but this was somebody's foundation to a home, I suspect. You getting any targets? Iron?
Yeah, a lot of iron.
Perfect. We checked this area on the maps and it didn't seem like there were any buildings out here, and the landowner, as we mentioned, is unaware of any. So this is exciting. Chris is already digging something. What is it? Nails.
Yeah.
Well, nails are as good a sign as any.
Yep.
Next target's going to be a gold doubloon. I can feel it. Okay, the wind's blowing, not going to rain off the trees. Hear that? I got a great target here. It's 86. Let's dig it up together. I think I have a coin. Can you see it? Right here? If it's not a coin, oh, maybe it's not. Oh, it's a button. It's a button. I thought for sure it was going to be a coin. It's thick. Yeah, look at that. I mean, come on, that's a coin. I don't think there's going to be anything on the face, but there might be. I'll try to get it cleaned up. And if there is, I'll let you know. See if we can find a coin. Chris just told me he found a bucket lister.
Yeah. It's hard on my... Put it there.
Nice. It's
not crazy big, but...
No, and it's not very, complicated either. It's just one little tab. Like a chest, not a chest, like a, like a chest of gold. No, just kidding. Like a, like a hope chest or a little dresser or something.
Well, let's go find that, and then we'll find the gold.
That's awesome, buddy. I love keys. It looks like it's iron.
Yeah. Yay.
That's it has those little ribs and stuff right there too.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna clean it up and display it.
Nice work, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, I don't believe it, but people always ask, do you metal detect in the cellar itself? And usually I say, maybe one spin through, and then I get out, because up here in the mountains of Vermont, the leaves fall off the trees in the fall, the wind blows, and these things fill full of leaves. It turns into soil, and you get a fairly heavy layer of soil down here in the bottom of a cellar. So I did my one little swing through here. I got a really good target, and I'm pretty sure it's a coin this time. I think I got a large copper. I might have a shank, but I'm pretty sure it's a copper in the cellar. All right, let's take a look at it. I was digging, and this is wood. This was like a log that had fallen, and I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be a bullet in the log, you know? And then I kept digging, and check it out, and it's in pretty good shape. Let's see, I think that I see that it says 1 cent on it. Yeah, it says 1 cent. Read that. Give it a flip. What design is it here? You can see that. The wind's blowing, getting us wet here. That's like 1810-ish.
Awesome.
1 cent. We're on the board with a coin.
Nice.
In the cellar. That never happens. Alright, we have an okay target here. It's a 50. It's probably a button, but I thought we would dig it up together so we can share in the excitement. There's an incredibly tough and thick root layer right here. Oh, here it is. That's not a button at all. Nice. Awesome. This is the most of one of these I've ever found. What at first glance looks like a bent up nail is actually a musical instrument. This thing has several different names. When I found fragments in the past, the comment section of the videos, people are always talking about what they grew up calling it. I happen to call it a jaw harp. It's also called a Jew's harp or a juice harp. Essentially, it was shaped like this all the way down, like a big long horseshoe, and there was a skinny piece of metal in the middle. You'd put it up to your mouth, and I think that you'd flick this thing, and you kind of get this boing, 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 boing sound. Very, very cool. This is old. You know, this is early 1800s, I would guess. I've yet to find a whole one. It's on my bucket list, but this is a great find. Looks like it went into the ground broken. You see the end there is all the same patina as the rest. Very cool. That's exciting. Well, Chris just found this cool little iron tool, and red squirrel's yelling at us over there. I'm not sure the official name of this thing, but you can see that it's got a smacking end on this side, and then this has a bowl shape to it. It looks like it's probably a chisel for wood, I would suspect, but that's cool. Some kind of carving tool. Clean it up, sharpen it, and make it something with a bowl.
I'll make a canoe.
So I just got a low target. What was it on the AT Max? 40 something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
40.
What it was on my dais as well. And Chris and I are sitting here humming and hawing about it because it did ring so low. But gosh, it sure looks like silver. I rubbed it, and it could just be like a really white bronze alloy. You can see there's a seam on the back there. But just the way it shined up, it almost looks like it's silver. It's kind of got that dark patina on there as well. I'll test it when I get home. But just because of how low it rang on the metal detector and the fact that it looked like the shank was either iron or brass, makes me think it's probably not silver. But it's still very cool. I've never seen a little cuff button like that with a little hatch marks and a little design around the outside. It's kind of cool. God, that looks like silver. We're going to say it is for the rest of the day. Lift some spirits. Pretty cool. What you got there, Chris?
Ooh, garter snake.
I saw that thing, and I think that might be the biggest native snake I've ever seen. And Chris, I don't know, is it because you lived in Santa Fe for so long, you just reached down and grabbed it?
I used to catch snakes all the time. I'm not too scared. It was the rattlesnakes I was scared of.
Yeah. They say we have timber rattlers around here.
I've never seen one here.
I've never seen one either. They're very, very, very endangered. See ya, buddy, under the log. We don't have very many snakes. He's going right up your pant leg, Chris.
Hey.
I know a lot of folks really don't like snakes, so I apologize if you had to fast forward through that. But I think it's cool.
Should give them a warning beforehand, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think they're cool enough to go ahead and pick them up myself. They're cool anyway. I'm gonna see if we can find some metal.
Yeah.
Ready. Chris has got a good target here. I checked it with my machine. It was too deep to register a number, but it sounded very brassy, very coppery. You think somebody was sitting on that rock and all of the money in their pockets fell out?
All of it.
Yeah.
But they buried it under this rock.
They buried it intentionally. It's out. Huh. Bizarre.
Toothpick. Maybe it's not. Doesn't seem. Maybe it's.
That's a root, my friend.
Oh, jeez. Oh, look it. It's right there in front of me.
It's a coin.
Holy crap. Just right. Everyone's probably looking on the camera. It's like right. Okay. Wow.
Man, I don't know, buddy. This is pretty
Crusty. That's all right, though.
Well, it's certainly a coin. I don't see a bust or really any designs whatsoever on it, unfortunately. But once we get it home, looks like there's something right there. I'm not sure. Once you get it home, you know, it could be anything. It could be a Connecticut copper. It could be a Vermont copper. It could be anything. Roman. Just kidding.
Pretty sweet, though.
A coin's a coin. They're out here.
Yep. Sweet.
Excited for you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Well, I'm right on the edge of the cellar, and I got a pretty interesting iron target. I decided to dig it up and look at this thing. It's unfortunately broken. I think. You know, it looks like this was symmetrical at one point. At first when it came out, I thought maybe it was a spur. It's not. I think it's too heavy duty. Way too heavy duty. I don't know. I wish it was complete. That would be a cool thing to hang up on the wall, whatever it may be. I wouldn't say it's crudely made, but it's definitely handmade. Interesting. Well, I can't believe it. I don't know if it's a different one. I think it's a different one. It is a different one. That's crazy. This is a small, it looks like it's a smaller one, like it's a different size. That's crazy. I found another jaw harp.
Really?
Yeah. It's broken in the exact same way. That's so cool. You know, it just makes your mind race about the original owner. He was up here in the mountains playing his jaw harp to pass the time. The poor guy kept breaking them. Hopefully we could find a whole one. That's so cool. I guess he was a musician, or somebody in the house was a musician. So cool. Well, the end of the day, and I've been wandering around doing some detecting, wondering where the heck is Chris? And then I see him. He's over here, and he's got a pit that you could probably crawl into.
Yeah, so I found a few fragments
Yeah.
of something that kind of looks like,
Potentially awesome.
yeah.
He's just carefully trying to find all of these fragments in case that, you know, there's more or even potentially a bigger one. So we look at this, and Chris said, oh, it looks like fish scales. And it might be fish scales, but it looks like it could also be eagle feathers, which would be pretty awesome. If that is an eagle, it's likely like a hat plate, just because of how thin it is. We'll let you know if Chris finds more of it, but hopefully this is enough. Oh, you got another piece here. This is enough to identify what it is. It's, you know, if the whole thing fell on the ground, there's got to be more of it in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Super cool. All right, we're gonna get everything we found today out and take a look at it all. All right, cool. So, you know, given that we started the day without a real kind of clear plan, we were just following these stone walls and didn't really even find the cellar until halfway through. I'd say we did pretty well for ourselves. Way back here, out of frame, Chris actually found two files, a real long one and a short one, which was probably broken. He's got his bowl chisel. Up here, there's some kind of unidentifiable things. I don't know, they're brass, maybe pieces of escutcheon. Got my looped iron fork thing. Chris's United States Tobacco Co. lid, which is really pretty cool. I don't know, I mean, that could be from the 1970s for all I know. We found 18 buttons. None of them really have anything on them except the 19th little, we're gonna call it silver. I don't know if it is, but it makes me feel good saying it's silver. Chris's awesome little key, which went to a treasure chest, which unfortunately we'll have to come back for and find a different day. Two pieces of jaw harp. I've never found a complete one, still haven't. And then out front, our two coins. Mine is certainly a large cent, and Chris, his is yet to be identified. And of course, how could we forget Chris's fish plate? It's probably an eagle, if I had to guess. Good way to end the day. Wish there was more of it.
I know. That's okay.
All right, folks. Well, I hope you enjoyed another trip up here into the mountains of Vermont, and hopefully we'll see you next week for another one. See you next time.